Hey, I'm just going to go over this Dynamo routine, um, grabbing a element parameter and assigning a name. So getting the parameter name and assigning a name, and then making a schedule from that. So I have my columns right here, and you'll see I have what I did here was I created a project parameter called stud height, and so I just made it an instance and assigned it to structural columns. So that way all my columns have that. Inside my family, I actually have a reporting parameter. So it's just going to tell me what the height of that stud is. So adding that to here, if I run a schedule, let's see, view schedule quantities, structural columns. Just make a real basic one. Uh, Actually, we'll make it a type. Do count. And if we grab the height just from here, you're going to see that I'm not coming up with anything. I'm going to edit this a little bit. Uh, for height, we'll do a calculate totals. And you can see it's coming up with 0. Um, so what I've done is I've actually created a Dynamo script that's going to grab all the structural columns. So here it has all the columns in the family or of the project. And so what I'm looking for is that height parameter that I put in there. So it's going to give me the height of every stud in the project. What I've done with that is I've actually put it into a new parameter where I created that stud height. And so it's going to replace, or actually it's just going to fill in, grab this stud. So you can see I've got 911 here, almost 10 feet. So I'm going to want that there. So let me go back to my schedule, and I'm actually going to add stud height. Bump that up. And that stud height is going to calculate totals. So right now you can just see there's nothing still because that's empty. So I'm going to go back to my project over here. Just group these into their respective groups. So now if I go ahead and hit run, you're going to see that all of my studs actually have that value here. And now it's actually broken up into the height of the stud, how many there are of that height, and then the total length. So pretty quick that height didn't work, so I just go ahead and Get rid of that guy. So now I kind of have a nice clean schedule. And I have the total length of material that I'm going to have, or I have it broken up into how many pieces at what height. Pretty simple, pretty nice way. So basically, we'll go back to here. So right here, I'm just selecting categories. That's going to select, uh, you get the options of all your categories. So you select structural columns and just do all elements of category. From here, I'm just going to get the parameter value by name. And so the name is height. Which is right here, height. And all I'm doing is I'm taking that value and putting it into this stud height. So here's the stud height. Here's my set parameter name. The element is going to be back here to this element. And then the value is going to be what these values are for those stud heights. That's about it. It's a real quick, easy way to change parameters. Hope you have fun with it.